In this mini series, we tried looking at how the data transfer happens between Visualforce pages and Lightning components using events. And in both these scenarios, we made sure that Visualforce page is being iframed in a Lightning component. And in this episode, we'll try to understand how to plug or embed the Lightning component in Visualforce page, and we'll try to make sure the data transfer happens between Visualforce page and Lightning components and vice versa. So let us get started. I'm going to close this. Let me pop out the developer console. And the very first step in event handling is we need to create an event. Let me create one event. This is going to be the event, and I'll be using application event here. I'll try to remove this self-closing tag, and I'll try to have a closing tag. And if I want to pass any attributes, then I'll try to add one attribute here. Let me quickly give this a name and type. Let me save this. So I'm done with the process of creating the event. Let us quickly look at all the steps which are involved in event handling. First step is always going to be create the event, and the second step is going to be register the event. And the third step is going to be firing the event. And the fourth step is going to be handling the event. And if you try to understand this first step, always we need to register the event in the source or the broadcaster or the component which is going to send the data. And we need to handle the event in the component which is going to receive the data. So in our case, this is going to be Lightning component, and this is going to be Visualforce pages, which is nothing but we'll try to broadcast the data from Lightning components by firing an event, and we'll try to listen to the event in Visualforce pages by making sure a Lightning component is embedded in Visualforce page. So let us get started. And we are done with the first step, which is creating the event. Let me quickly try to create one more Lightning component. Let me give this a name. This is going to be the Lightning component from which we'll send the data. And the second step is registering the event. I'm going to use aura register event. Let me close the tag. And the attribute I'm going to use is name. And the next attribute I'm going to use is type. So let me give an identifier here. This is going to be app event. And as long as we're working with application events, the name that we give here is going to be an identifier, and will not be using this anywhere else. The type is going to be the name of the event that we have created, which is going to be C: my data transfer. Make sure there are no typos. Give this a save. Now we are done with the second step, which is nothing but registering the event. And the third step is going to be firing the event. And before I do that part, I need to wire a Lightning button to the action handler. So I'm going to add Lightning button tag now. And the attribute that I'm going to use is label. And the value is going to be something like this. And then on click is the next attribute I'm going to use. This becomes C dot handle send data. Let me copy this, and now we need to implement this action handler. I'm going to paste it here.